So I made a video a couple of days ago which talks about the huge risk that ESCOM poses in terms of the South African economy. Um, and I came across an article a couple of days ago that confirms my fears. The article that you're looking at here is from Bloomberg. I think it's from about 3 days ago. And they basically confirm exactly what I said in that video. That if the South African government chooses to pay some of ESCOM's debt, or they choose to take on ESCOM's debt onto their own balance sheet, that virtually ensures that we get downgraded by Moody's to junk. When I saw this article, I must admit it sent a few shivers down my spine. And if you read to the end of the article, you'll see that not only does Bank of America Merrill Lynch expect us to get downgraded, but Citigroup as well expects us to get downgraded. Now, these are some of the biggest um, banks in the world with some highly paid, extremely intelligent analysts that are paid to make these type of predictions and give us this type of analysis. And they seem to think that we're on a one-way street to a Moody's downgrade. So it pretty much seems confirmed. So what they say in this article basically says Bank of America Merrill Lynch expects South Africa's public debt to rise to above 56% of GDP in 2019, and the fiscal deficit to reach 4.3% of GDP. So that's our budget deficit. In this scenario, we see room for Moody's downgrade to sub-investment grade in the next year, likely October, the October midterm budget. So, I mean, that's quite scary. Essentially, they're saying by October of 2019, we'll probably have been downgraded to junk. Now, the one caveat to this that I don't think they mention in this article is whether or not President Cyril Ramaphosa is willing to do something about the situation. Now, people like myself are very skeptical. I've lost faith in the ANC. I've lost faith in the ability of the president to do anything about this. I don't think he is particularly serious about it. And in fact, when he was elected and there was this whole Ramaphoria thing going on, I wasn't really excited. I understood that Cyril's main task at the moment is to unify the ANC, and that's probably his top priority. He doesn't really care about anything else. So his top priority is ensuring that the ANC doesn't fall apart under his leadership and to ensure that they continue to get a two-thirds majority and maintain their power in the country. So that's his main priority. So I'm not sure that he understands the tight financial situation that we're in and the disastrous financial situation that we're in, quite frankly. And as I said in the previous video, if we do get downgraded, it's just going to be very difficult to come back up. South Africans are gonna suffer much more than they already are. And knowing the ANC, they're going to bungle things even more by probably trying to increase taxes and just making life in South Africa very, very difficult. If you look at countries that are sub-investment grade currently, life is very difficult in those countries. I mean, even those that aren't as bad as, say, Venezuela, which is an extreme example, life is still pretty terrible for people in those countries. Interest rates are extremely high. The price of goods is extremely high. And it's all because of weak leadership. And this is a situation that we're in right now. So yeah, have a look at this article if you can find it. Go to Bloomberg and have a look at what they say. But yeah, it seems as though the big international banks have already priced in a debt downgrade, or at least a credit downgrade for South Africa, and that's quite a scary prospect. So, we should start seeing the rand depreciate much more after the elections, particularly if there are no signs of a turnaround coming in from the ANC and the leadership. I do expect them to win the election. I hope they don't, but that's probably not going to happen. So yeah, as I said, there is a video coming up on what you can do to try and protect your assets and ensure that if we do get downgraded, you don't get hurt too much. And that'll come up in the next few months. Been a little bit busy, So it's very difficult to put up videos, and this is quite a lot of hard work. So yeah, that'll come up soon.